Alright, this is going to be a DVD and Blu-ray update. First up, I'm going to get straight into it. It's a Blu-ray. It's a Spanish film called Even the Rain. It's about like a film crew. They're filming a I think it could be a biopic of Columbus's life. They're filming it in they have to film it I think in Bolivia, but they're actually because they can't film in the Caribbean. And the film kind of draws parallels with like the treatment, well, you know, the conquest of the Caribbean, most of South America and Central America and parts of North America as well by the Spanish. And in the way like the modern look, the way like the Indians are treated there, the way they're treated when they're making the film. Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to checking this out. It's got Louis Tozar in, who I like a lot. But yeah, you know, that looks a real good one. Right, DVDs. What DVDs did I pick up? Right, first up, I picked up an action film that I was really hoping was going to be better, but it really wasn't. I saw Austin, I saw Danny Trejo in it, and I thought it was going to be good. Recall, and it really wasn't, man. It's just nothing really happens. Keith Jardine's in it as well, for those who know like their MMA. It's a bit of a disappointment, man. I didn't really like it, I have to say. It just nothing really happened in it, you know. It wasn't really violent, you know. It didn't really do anything. There was one decent death, and that was of Keith Jardine, but even that wasn't very good. It's from the Warner Archive. This is Wild Rovers with William Holden and Ryan O'Neal. It's really good. I hear like it's a good western in the 70s, and I hear it gets quite nasty in the middle, gets quite violent, which is kind of good. I'm a big fan of William Holden. He's just he's a badass, you know. He's a great actor. Right, I also got another. I got Spaghetti Western by Lucio Fulci for the Apocalypse. Fabio Testi, Thomas Milan. Was it Milian? Is it Thomas Milian? That's his name. I think the first time I saw him was JFK. I saw him in Oz, and I've seen him in a lot of things since. I think it was Oz the first thing I really remember him from. But yeah, I'm kind of really into my kind of westerns, particularly spaghetti westerns at the moment. I picked up another western. Yes, would this be a spaghetti western? Yeah, this is a spaghetti western as well. It's The Great Silence with Klaus Kinski. Here, this is good as well. He's a really kind of somber sort of western. Yeah, Klaus Kinski plays a guy called Loco. As I said, I haven't seen this shit. But yeah, I hear that's pretty good as well. A western I did watch, which was fucking awesome. Spaghetti western with the great Franco Nero in Chioma. Now the soundtrack isn't very good. I don't know about the title track. I wasn't really enjoying it, but the film itself was just awesome. Castorelli does a great job. Really great Blue Underground release. I'm trying to pick up a lot more Blue Underground. It's a great western. You know, honestly, the main kind of set piece where it's Chioma, his stepfather, and the great Woody Strode. They're really up against it. It's a fantastic kind of like shootout, and then it goes into something else near the end as well. It's awesome. Really good western. Honestly, it's quite weird. I'm gonna probably get slated for this, but I actually enjoy this more than Django, or at least equally, because the soundtrack's not as good. The soundtrack's better in Django, so they're probably up there. But I really enjoy it. That is a really great western. Right, what else did I pick up? I picked up on Blu-ray. I picked up Hara-kiri, Death for a Samurai. It's the remake. I mean, the original is great. I haven't had a chance to see this yet from Takeshi Miike. Here, this is a lot more kind of bloodthirsty. Set during, I think, the Sengoku period in Japan. Yeah, I hear it's good. I mean, I'm not sure if it would be as good as the original, but you know, I kind of trust. You know, I really enjoyed 13 Assassins, and I think, you know, if it's anything kind of like that, you kind of had a great feel to it. You know, it should be good. You know, he's a great director. I'm sure he won't let me down on that. I picked up another Blu-ray. This was quite expensive, because Australian Blu-rays normally are. It's The Hunter, William Dafoe. Now it's quite a weird one. William Dafoe's like a hunter, and he's been paid to basically try to find the last Tasmanian tiger. Now, Tasmanian tiger, or the thyla scene, is native, I think, because I do like kind of reading a fair bit about it. I quite like my cryptozoology. Like, I think they were at one point native to Australia, or at least a form of it was. But it was mainly in Tasmania. And I think the last one died in Hobart Zoo in the 30s. I can't remember the exact date. I think it could have been 36. But they were basically kind of, I mean, without being too brutal, but it was like the Aborigines were first on Tasmania. Well, it was just genocide, really. It's one of those great kind of tragedies in history. Normally talks about the treatment of the Aborigines in Tasmania was fucking deplorable. And basically all 5,000 were basically, you know, wiped out, or, you know, amongst other things. And then as soon as they were finished off, they kind of went after the thylacine, the sin as a pest, and they were exterminated. But, you know, but this story, you know, I mean, obviously, I mean, they could be out there somewhere. I mean, there's probably a better chance of that being out than kind of some other animals, you know. But you know, I want to see this. As I said, it kind of came through like a week ago. But let's hope it is out there. But, you know, if it is out there, you know, probably some fuckwit's going to shoot it anyway, you know, as humans are prone to do. What else did I get? And I also got this. Now, this was shown on Channel 4 recently, and I watched Into the Abyss, which was brilliant. This is Death Row. This is like, you know, more of the same really, but you know, into different kind of characters. Now, all the stories are really riveting. The first guy, James Barnes, it's quite, you know, I suppose you can't really help but believe him. You know, you think he could be telling the truth. The Joseph Garcia and George Rivas one is absolutely awesome. Their Prison Break, I think it's George Rivas that's the clever one. He had a great mind. He's been executed since this program. Really, I suppose he's probably a nightmare in the sense that he's an intelligent criminal, very, very intelligent. Not you know. Now Hank Skinner, he was just it was quite weird actually. I was watching this the family member, and they said the first couple of minutes in, they said just looking at him, you know, he's killed more, and I didn't really think anything of it. And the more he kind of, and of course all serial killers are probably natural kind of liars, but you find out he's killed at least 4 people. There's only one at the beginning. You know, he kind of matches up to kind of serial killer criteria. Torturing animals, pyromania, sexual abuse apparently early on in his life. He's just a piece of shit, really. Linda Anna Carty was I think she's British born, and then she moved out to the Caribbean. I'm not really sure she's from origin. I mean, it's quite clever actually. She's quite a boring character, so Verna does it a different way. It goes back to the actual footage of her being filmed in her interviews, and basically this poor Mexican woman kidnapped, took a baby. Originally she was pregnant before. She was going to perform some sort of botched sort of abortion to remove the child. The child was born. She paid 2 or 3 kind of black guys to break into saying that they were drug dealers, to steal the baby. Now, the black guys in question got around, I think, 30 years, but they were just, I mean, he's trying to kind of shift some of the blame onto her, but they were just as much piece of shit as she was. Like, really, really riveting program, and I really recommend it. I mean, you know, I'm probably, I mean, my views don't really matter, but about what I think of the death penalty, but, you know, there's no doubt about it. I mean, if there's one thing, you know, you got to be sure, you know, and there's too much kind of discrepancies, you know, like, you know, you can never really be 100% sure, but I mean, some of these people, you know, that the first episode, I think, is the, what he says in the Hank Skinner one, he really, I think, I'm not sure if it's German or it's the fact that he's, I mean, not English speaking directly, but he's very, he'd say things someone of English language probably wouldn't have the balls to say, you know, straight in there. He says, I don't have to like you, to the serial killer, to the killer, you know. He's very, very brazen, and it's great, you know. I love Werner Herzog. I love him. He's brilliant. He's so good. Right, I picked up this really good documentary. It's called Knuckle. It's about a guy. He spent 12 years on and off with a few travelling families. I'm not sure if Americans would really, probably outside of like Europe and Britain or an Ireland. Very kind of close knit. I mean, people would probably refer to them as gypsies, but they're kind of Irish travellers. There's a difference between travellers and kind of gypsies. Like gypsies are mainly kind of Romany kind of stock. Really, really interesting. You know, with the feuds kind of building up. You know, there's some. It's mainly that there's two robbers between the Joyces and the Quinn McDonoughs, and you got the Nevins in there as well. They use subtitles a fair bit, but I can kind of understand what they're saying. There's one guy in this, I think part of the Nevin family, I literally needed subtitles. I literally couldn't understand the word he was saying. It's really good, really, really, really enjoyable. Very likeable guy, I have to say. I can't think of that guy's name. He's one of the Quinn McDonoughs, but you know, I mean, they're all kind of likeable, really. I mean, it's that guy there when he's younger. I mean, my God, you know, he packs on the muscle like in later life. He has a fight with a guy when he fights when he's 18. Really, really, really interesting, man. I really enjoyed that. Truthfully, I really thought that was a great film. I picked up. Well, I need to breeze through these a bit more quickly now. HBO film, Descending Angel, George C. Scott. I think Eric Roberts gets with Diane Lane. Her father, I think he's an ex-Nazi of some description. He's Romanian, but I think, yeah. Massacre of Jews. He was a Nazi collaborator. I hear that's really good. I picked up a Swiss horror film, Sinantunchi. I think the story is based around some sort of Swiss legend. I mean, if any person of kind of Swiss heritage might really know about it. That might not be, but I heard it was very, very creepy kind of looking film. As I said, you know, these are kind of main buys. You know, I haven't watched many of these, so I do apologise. You know. Right, I picked up these kind of the Blu-rays. I'm going to try to zoom through these as quickly as I can. Picked up Blu-ray Steelbook of Ghost Protocol, Mission Impossible 4. I'm not a massive fan of the movies, but I enjoyed most of what. I mean, some of the stunt in, I can't think what country it is when Tom Cruise is scaling the building. You know, props to him if he is doing all of that. I'm not sure if he is. He says he is. I can't imagine him risking an actor like that. I picked up complete Tom and Jerry. I'm not a massive cartoon. Well, you know, I like. You know, my cartoons, I mainly watch kind of Action Force when I was growing up with G.I. Joe and Transformers, but classic Tom and Jerry, I hated the shit one they didn't. I don't know, the modern one's bad enough, I wouldn't watch it, but you know the one they did in the late 60s, 70s, you know, with the shitty animation, I fucking hated that. Who did that? I can't remember what company did that, but I hated it. But I watched this last night, and I tell you what, if you're kind of into your animals and stuff like that, and No, I won't say that, but I mean, I watched The War Horse. When I mean that with the animals, you know, if you're an animal lover, you know, you're probably going to find it kind of quite tough viewing. And, you know, I mean, with the World War One, you know, some of the scenes, you know, going over the top, just a wasted life, you know, just, you know, what do they say about war? You know, it's fat rich old men sending young men to die, and you really get that impression in this. You know, Spielberg really has done a great job with this film. You know, it's a fantastic film. It really is awesome. I really enjoyed it, you know. My great-great-grandfather fought in World War One. He was an artilleryman. He got injured in a... It's quite weird, actually, because I was trying to trace kind of my lineage. You know, I know he came from kind of Greek heritage, and he got injured in either a gas attack, or I know he was an artilleryman. He got injured in 16, you know, and he was in a mental hospital in northern France. I think it was a mental hospital, from what I've gathered, some kind of psychiatric hospital. But, you know, you realise what these poor men went through, you know, and with the animals, you know, but it's hard, you know, coming back, you know. You're not the same, are you? It's, like, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it was an absolutely awesome, real nice edition as well. I mean, I know some people are complaining with some of the writing on the front and the back, and I can understand that. I quite like the close of the film. You'll know the scene I'm on about with the lighting's perfect. That probably would have been a better cover for a steelbook. But it's a great film, so, you know, I mean, I got the steelbook in it, but the film's absolutely incredible. And the last thing I got, which I'm probably going to be selling at some point, which is a real shame, because I bought this, spent a lot of money from Australia, and then BFI are releasing them, which is, why does that happen? It always happens, doesn't it? When you buy something, it's the M.I. James complete collection of films, classic kind of ghost stories. was arrived the late 19th, early 20th century. Real, the stories are creeping itself. I mean, the original ending of which one is it? Whistle I'll Come to You, the book, the story. I mean, it's fucking terrifying. I mean, there's standout ones in here. I mean, if Whistle I'll Come to You, you know, that's a good one. Stalls of Barchester, Warning to the Curious. Warning to the Curious is one of the best ones. Stalls of Barchester, that'd be really creepy. Lost Hearts is just terrifying. If you talk about kind of ghostly kids, oh Jesus, there's one image in that is just haunting. Treasure Hour Thomas, good one. Ash Tree was good, but I can't remember exactly. I know there's a creepy bit near the end. View from a Hill, yeah, that was good. Number 13 wasn't very good. That was more modern. And the other one is Christopher Lee's. Christopher Lee, basically, I think acting as M.R. James, relating ghost stories around like a fire. Now the remake of Whistle I'll Come to You with John Hurt. Now John Hurt's great in it, but the ending is an abomination. I fucking despise the ending with everything in my heart. I don't know who wrote the ending of that. If they thought that was scary, they're going to be joking. It was terrible. What I've done is as well, I kind of see the Signalman as part of it. If Charles Dickens' The Signalman, if you've seen the original with Denholm Elliott, not many people might have, but I bought the DVD from a Dickens set and I put it in there, and because of the BFI release, I'm probably going to sell this on eBay, which is a shame because I love the box set. I probably wouldn't have bought the box set if I knew these BFI releases were coming out, you know, but I know they're going to be better quality, you know, and visually and stuff. Probably come with extras as well. So, but they're really good. If you want kind of, look, it's not like, look, it's nothing like massive body count or anything like that. If you're interested in a good ghost story, watch them. Yeah, you know, don't come back and say, oh, I found these really boring, because look, I'm just recommending them. If you want to watch a good ghost story, watch them. But if you know, you don't like a good kind of, you know, well-paced kind of interesting yarn, and you just want just action, these aren't the things for you. But you want a creepy ghost story, watch this. Yeah, they're really good. If you want more information about it, you know, I mean, I don't. The video's going on long of it is, but if you want information on certain stories, I've seen all of them. Ashtray, I don't really remember as much, but yeah, hopefully, you know, when they release them, they might release a few others as well, a few harder releases. I know BFI are releasing a few other kind of shorter ones, but yeah, but as I said, don't buy this box set because there's a new one coming out. I mean, hopefully. when I sell mine, people will buy it. But yeah, that is the end of the update, and I hope you enjoyed it. I know it's gone on far too long, this video, but yeah, cheers for watching and subbing. I'll be back with another video in a few weeks, something. So cheers.